Okay, for this video, I'm going to show you we've unpacked a prompt. We've created a thesis statement, and now we've got to figure out how to begin outlining a particular prompt. So with my thesis statement already created, what I'm now going to do for paper 2, I have enough room up here. I am going to insert my table, or draw my table. You will insert it. I'm going to insert, you will draw it. So evidence analysis, link, point, synthesis paragraph. Oh, there we go. That's what I want. Okay. So here's my evidence, my analysis, my link, and my point. Okay, so this is going to be for the first work. This is going to be our synthesis. Okay, so for the first work, an ideal husband, we want to go back to my thesis. Oscar Wilde provide two powerful characters who represent and act the exciting force through bold act decisions. Okay, so I know I need to prove that there are two characters who are bold. And again, I'm just going to use my thesis as my outline. Two characters who are bold. So in an ideal husband, I'm going to talk about Mrs. Cheevely as being bold. Her use of the fan foreshadows the exciting... Oh, I'm analyzing. Her use of the fan and command of Robert at first meeting. Okay, so that's one thing, and then we're going to talk about... I'll do these one at a time. So Mrs. Cheevely, what this proves, her use of the fan is symbolic of how much power she has. It foreshadows the exciting force of the play. And she has a lot... Oh, I hate that word. Those words. She has tremendous power over Robert because of her characterization. Okay, so for my link, I need to think about what I've just analyzed. I need to think about the thesis. How does it relate to my thesis that she's a bold character? She, as a woman, she holds quite a bit of political power, which gives her the opportunity to enact any force she sees necessary. Okay, and I'm not actually talking about the force yet, I'm talking about foreshadowing. So that's what my point's going to be about, is that Wilde foreshadows that Mrs. Cheevely will be the carrier of the exciting force in the initial scenes of the play. Okay, so I'm not talking about it quite yet. I'm not talking about her I'm not talking about how she is the force yet. I think I need to work up to it. I need to prove that she's a bold character. Okay, so now I'm going to do the same for Viola. Viola shipwrecks and creatively thinks of a way to shipwrecks, and after developing hope that her brother is still alive, begins to make assertive choices on her own. Again, I'm not going to talk about the force yet. I think that's going to be my next... That would be my next set of pill paragraphs, right? That they actually enact the exciting force. So let's analyze this a bit. The characterization shows that Viola is independent it shows she is proactive, right? Also set up and foreshadows her actions. She's also optimistic and hopeful, which makes her more likely to be liked in the society. Okay, so here's my analysis. What's my link here? What am I trying to prove? Kind of similar to what I said up here, that Viola, in her new found independence, is now able to make her own powerful, creative, and hopeful, creative decisions rooted in optimism and hope. Like Wilde, Shakespeare foreshadows Viola's, this is my point, because again there's the element of foreshadow, foreshadows Viola's actions as being the catalyst of the play. Okay, I've got two plays here. Two specific instances. You see how specific these are and how I'm specifically analyzing each one? Now I'm going to do my synthesis. And I need to think about this. So both playwrights foreshadow in each character. Foreshadow the catalyst in each character by their boldness and creativity. Also, each playwright has chosen women, which is far more intriguing for the audience, as the woman in a lower gender has more at stake and will therefore propel the conflict in even more interesting ways. Is there anything else I want to say about this? I think that's good for synthesis for right now, right? So then I would do the same thing again, and I would do it maybe 2 more times, where I would, 2 specific instances. I think my next set of paragraphs would absolutely address the specific, the actual action that takes place, right? So I think it would address the blackmail and her dressing as a boy. And then my next paragraphs would address the way that it forces other characters to do things. Right, so I would talk about how it forces Gertrude and Robert to actually face the truth, and I think that I would talk about how it actually forces the Orsino and Olivia out of their delusions of love. Right, so that would be my third and or fourth paragraphs. Right, so this is just an idea. I just wanted to demonstrate quickly how you could potentially write a specific outline for a paper 2.